6.3, Part 2, Case 4, Example 2, says a solved triangle ABC with side A equals 2, side B equals 9, side C equals 5, and round each answer to the nearest tenth. Alright, so we're going to solve that triangle, so let's set up our answer box. Alright, so I've got all three sides again, so I need to find an angle. And which angle are we going to have to use? Since we don't know an angle in the side across from it, we can't use the law of sines. So we're going to have to use the law of cosines. So which angle do you want to find first? Hopefully you said angle B. Since it's the largest side, that means if any angle here is going to be obtuse, it's going to be angle B. Alright, so we're going to use the formula for side B to help us find it. So I'm writing that out here. So we have that B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times cosine of angle B. Let's plug in what we know. Okay, let's work out the squares and let's multiply that little part there towards the end. Alright, so we're done with that. We should have 81 squared equals 4 plus 25 minus 20 cosine of B. I'm going to combine my like terms right there. Whoops, it should not be 81 squared. Did not catch that. So let me erase that little square. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got 81 equals. It's going to be 29 minus 20 cosine of B. So let's subtract the 29. And so when I do that, I get 52 equals negative 20 cosine of B. Divide by the negative 20. And so I have cosine of B is equal to 52 over negative 20. And so remember, when we're looking for an angle, we're going to do the inverse. So angle B is equal to the inverse cosine of 52 over negative 20. And we put that in our calculator, and it's going to tell us an error, and it says domain. So there's something wrong with that. So remember, we talked about with inverse cosine, that is the inverse of cosine, which so its domain is cosine's range. Either way, this number here has to be between negative 1 and positive 1. And we can see here that 52 over negative 20 is obviously smaller than negative 1. So therefore, this angle will never exist with those sides. So what that tells us is that this triangle does not exist.